So the holidays are officially here, guys, and so are the Game Pass titles this November. I'm Sonny, your host here at Xbox Central, and we kick this off with even more Walking Dead titles that are available today. The Walking Dead: A New Frontier follows the story of Javier on a journey to find his family that was ripped apart from him, but he also meets a young girl who you all might be familiar with if you've been playing this series in Clementine, and well, they have a unique bond. The other Walking Dead title is the miniseries based on Michonne from the iconic comic books that follows her missing journey when she wasn't with the group with Rick and Ezekiel. And as with both of these games and the Telltale series, these are very strong narrative-based games where your decisions along the game affect the ending that you'll receive, and oftentimes you'll be making those decisions in split seconds. I've been a huge fan of these games over the years, and they are absolutely worth diving into, and both of these will be on Game Pass PC today and available. So The Legend of Tianding is now available. This action side-scroller that follows the journey of a vigilante based on real-life stories is a fun one. If you guys are into kung fu style beat 'em up combat mixed with a very intriguing story and a pretty well done comic book art style along the story as you follow it, this is a good one to definitely play. This is going to be available across consoles, cloud, and PC today. So for the Metroidvania fans out there, we have an amazing looking indie game coming to Game Pass in Ghost Song. This is set on a distant planet of Lorien. Ghost Song heavily focuses on a rich and isolated atmosphere filled with strange creatures and dark secrets. Playing as a Detsu who has just awakened from a long slumber, you have to explore these very deep caverns, uncover ancient secrets, and fight cosmic terror. It's a really good looking Metroidvania title with a compelling story and really equally thrilling gameplay. The game has you blasting your foes to pieces using powerful weapons and abilities, and as you progress through the game, you can acquire more potent weapons, upgrade your skills, and meet new characters along the journey, each with their very own stories to tell. Ghost Song comes November 3rd on consoles, cloud, and PC. Now, the sequel to the popular Football Manager is also making its way onto Game Pass this November, and boy guys, it comes packed with some amazing new features. And for those who aren't familiar with the series, this is a soccer/football management simulation game that's been around now for many years, and just like every year, we have a brand new entry to this long-running franchise. Though this time, many new and improved features are included, including a new squad building and team management tools. Football Manager 2023 also lets you dig even deeper to manage your teams and individual players, and to make things even more challenging and fun, the developers have reworked the Rivals Manager's AI to improve their decision making to make them even smarter and more challenging. And that's not all. Football Manager 2023 has also introduced some new fully licensed European leagues to the mix as well. There's also a dedicated console version that's separate from the PC version that really streamlines the controls a bit. It makes the experience a lot more user friendly, especially for gamepad use, which is important because traditionally this game was built around for PC gaming, but this console version is every bit as good as the PC version, and it hits Game Pass on November 8th on consoles, cloud, and PC. So Vampire Survivors is a game that released its 1.0 version recently, and it saw its debut across PC Game Pass, but finally guys, it's hitting consoles this November 10th. This is a game that has really taken the gaming world by storm, and I don't understate that, mostly because of its simple but addicting gameplay loop where you kill tons of enemies in bunches, you collect and upgrade your skills and abilities, and you survive as long as you can. One of the reasons this game continues to see pretty much hundreds of thousands of players diving into it almost daily now, well, it's easy. It's because the controls are simple, your attacks are all automatic, and you're mostly focused on moving your character, battling, and upgrading it, and it's just so satisfying. There is an insane amount of combinations and abilities that you can string together, and it really makes all your experiences with this roguelike different from all your other playthroughs. This hits consoles on Game Pass on November 10th. So The Return to Monkey Island is hitting Game Pass this November, and this game is a sequel to the 90s titles on PC from Ron Gilbert, The Secret of Monkey Island and Monkey Island 2. Both were very classic point-and-click games that were some of the best in gaming history at that time. But today we have the reimagined and new entry in the series that really brings up to date with modern day visuals here in 2022, and here you play as the quirky Guybrush as you're on a quest for the secret of Monkey Island with your continued rivalry with the zombie pirate LeChuck and your love triangle story with Elaine Marley. Now the story is very much the highlight of this game, and the franchise itself is really known to be extremely comedic, very lighthearted, but at the same time giving you a great narrative narrative to really chomp your teeth into, and you guys are going to have a lot of reactive dialogue to kind of choose what you want to say and do along the story. The game's also full of puzzles that typically end in really hilarious scenarios. So far, since the game has released about a few months back now, it has been welcomed to thousands of positive user reviews and great reviews from gaming publications as well. This hits Game Pass on November 8th across consoles, cloud, and PC. Now, coming from Obsidian, Pentiment is probably going to be the most unique game on this list, and maybe the most unique game this month. Set in the earliest 16th century Germany, Pentiment is a narrative-driven adventure where you're going to assume the role of a young artist, Andreas Mahler, who embarks on this very wild journey to uncover the truth behind a mysterious murder after his friend is accused of it. However, things get very complicated as more bodies start to drop all around this small town, and you end up spending 25 years of your life trying to catch the killer. I absolutely love the stylized look of this game, but its interactions with the NPCs and the game's writing is really what gets me excited about this title, and every choice that you make along this journey will ultimately define your very own story as well. It's a great title ready to drop here on November 15th on Game Pass on consoles and PC. Next up on the list, we have Somerville. This is a sci-fi action adventure title that's been under my radar now for quite some time. This first appeared during the 2021's Xbox showcase. Somerville kind of gave off some very Limbo-like vibes, but it's nothing like it, believe it or not. Coming from the developers Jump Ship, Somerville puts you in the shoes of a father who wants to reunite his family in the wake of a massive catastrophe. But doing so won't be easy, as Earth is looming with strange alien monsters living off a dark substance called sediment. The game is filled with meaningful interactions with the environment, innovative puzzles to solve, and a vast hidden world to explore. And when you do manage to get through the game, there'll always be more things you'll want to discover in your next playthrough. Somerville is all but set to drop on the 15th of November as a day one Game Pass game on consoles, cloud, and PC. Alright, let's spice up this list a little bit and get some gore and chaos in here with Gungrave G.O.R.E. This third-person action shooter has you playing as a merciless killing machine Grave who loves ripping his enemies apart. It's probably one of the most gore-filled shooters to come out this year in 2022, and the thing that I love the most about this game is the hectic yet super fun combat system that lets you fight your enemies with an array of powerful weapons, from deadly katanas to blasting bazookas. Set in a stunningly gorgeous Southeast Asia, Gungrave G.O.R.E will keep you guys hooked to your screens for about 12 hours of action-packed gameplay when it comes out November 22nd on Game Pass. And last but certainly not least, we have another day one Game Pass title. Warhammer 40k Darktide's an action-packed, gore-filled first-person shooter that focuses on multiplayer co-op experiences. Coming from the developers of Vermintide, Warhammer Darktide has you and your team fighting hordes of bloodthirsty monsters to save the city. Each character in this game is fully customizable, from physical appearance to the origin and even voice. Players are also free to choose a class for their character, and each class comes with a set of unique skills and abilities that complement different playstyles. The combat system is just mind-blowing in this game, guys. It makes a lot of sense since it is built on Vermintide's two fan-favorite melee combat system, so there's really a lot going on in this game, and we finally get a chance to try it out when it drops on Game Pass on November 30th for PC. The console version is still delayed for now, so stay tuned for the announcement of that, but we should see it on consoles at some point in the future. With that, guys, we always have a slate of games leaving Xbox Game Pass. The Football Manager series of 2022 leaves on the 8th. The rest of the titles here on the screen will be leaving on the 15th. As always, you guys get a 20% discount if you want to purchase the games before they leave, but if you want to see the best games to play on Game Pass, check out this video on the screen.